And this question says that the grid shows the graph of y equal to cos x for values of x from 0 to 540 degrees. Now we're now told that on the grid, sketch the graph of y equal to 3 cos 2x degrees for values of x from 0 to 540 degrees. Okay? Now, this takes us to a topic I call drawing cosine graphs. Now, cosine graphs are normally sinusoidal, that's wavy. Okay? They're normally wavy, that goes up, down, and they normally have an amplitude of 1. Okay? Then, when it comes down again, amplitude of here again, 1 again, but this is minus 1, 1 minus 1, and all that. And it touches 0 here at 90 degrees. It touches x-axis here 90 degrees, here again at 270 degrees, and all that. Now, but for this one, we're asked to draw the graph of y equal to 3 cos 2x degrees for values from 0 to 540. Okay? Now, first of all, what we're going to do is that we're going to first find the amplitude and then the period. Okay? Now the amplitude is this number before cos. Okay? So amplitude is 3. Now period, we always find the period with this formula, 2 pi over modulus of b. Okay? And then b is this value that has x attached to it. Okay? Now the period for this is going to be 2 pi over b is 2 here. Modulus of b, if this was minus 2, then modulus of it will still be 2. Modulus, having a modulus here makes whatever that is inside to always come out as positive. So if you have 2 here, this cancels out, so your period is going to be pi. Okay? Now, period being your pi and amplitude being 3, we're going to draw out. Okay, we already have this. Now we already have this. You know your pi is 180. Okay, 0, 180, 360, and 540. But let's still make something like a table of values so we know how we're going to plot it. If this is x and this is y. Okay, let's start with x equal to 0. Now putting x equal to 0 here, if you have 0 here, that means y will be 3 cos 0 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. So you have y to be 1. Y to be 3 rather, please. Okay? Now, if x is pi over 2, that's here now, pi over 2, that's 90 degrees. If x is 90 degrees, we have 2 times 90, that's 180. Now, cos of 180 is minus 1. Minus 1 times 3 is minus 3. So you have, when x is pi over 2, y is minus 3. Okay? Now the next one, when x is pi, that's 180 degrees. We still go back here. 180 times 2, that's 360. Now cos 360 is going to give you 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay? Now let's try again with maybe 3 pi. Okay, we have pi over 2, we have pi. Then we should have the next one, half 1, 1 and a half, 3 over 2 pi. Okay, 3 over 2 pi. Now 3 times 180, 540 divided by 2 is 270. Cos of 270 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. Okay, that's 3 over 2, 1 over 2. So the next one will be 2 pi. So let's try with 2 pi, that's 360. Cos of 720, we've actually surpassed it because the last one was 540, but let's still keep going. Cos of 720 is 1 times 3 is 3. So what we'll now have to do is, when x is 0, y is 3, we'll make a mark here. When x is pi over 2, that's 90 here, y will be minus 3. We come down here and make a mark here. Then when x is pi, that's 180, y is 3. When x is pi, y will be 3. We'll come here and make a mark here. Now when x is 3 pi over 2, that's 270, y is 0. That's at this point, y is 0. Right? Okay, this one 8c. Here, y is 0. Okay, make a mark here. Now when x is 360, y will be 3. Y will be 3. Make a mark here. We could still go ahead and do for this one. Okay, when x will be 360 plus 90 is 450. When x will be 450, we'll put it here. We'll have 450 times 2, 900. Cos of 900 is minus 1 times this is minus 3. We still have, when x is 450, y will be minus 3. We'll still come down here and make a mark. Okay, then when x will be 540, 540 times 2 will be 1080. Now cos of 1080 is going to give you 1 times this is 3, so we have 3 here. Now joining our lines, we'll have something like this. It's going to be curved. Ensure that it's curved. Sinusoidal. This is minus 3 here, so it will come down. Okay, it's actually supposed to be here. So this is supposed to curve this way. Okay, and this will now curve up again. And this will now curve up this way. Okay, it's supposed to be, this is supposed to be a curve, so don't be confused by the way I drew mine. It's supposed to be a full curve. Okay, so it should all curve like that. So that's how graph of y equal to 3 cos 2x should be. Always remember that first of all you calculate your period, okay, and then you calculate your amplitude, so you know how far it will be going up and down, and then you now take your table of values and do it, and you'll be able to get the correct graph.